2 years ago, the Old Dominion football program's first ever bowl game victory takes place more than 800 miles from its campus. The game was played in the Bahamas. What happened Saturday, less than 200 miles from its Norfolk campus, a game played in Virginia, sure makes this 2016 Bahamas Bowl, this history-making victory, and this 10-win season seem a lot more distant than just 800 miles. The Monarchs, favored by 6.5 points in Saturday's season opener at Liberty, have their doors blown off by a final of 52-10. You can argue it's the worst loss since ODU moved up to the highest level of college football. Yes, there have been bigger blowouts, but never have the Monarchs lost by more points in a game they were favored to win. Yeah, it's just one defeat in a 12-game season, but you can't blame fans for thinking, after that terrible performance, the Monarchs are in for a rough year. So it's time for Bobby Wilder's bunch to surprise us, do something unexpected. And when that happens, if that happens, it's going to be stunning, because ODU is a program of predictable pigskin. The Monarchs do not beat teams they shouldn't beat, and they don't lose to teams they shouldn't lose to, which is why Saturday's debacle is so disappointing. Prior to the Liberty loss, ODU had won every game in which it was favored since 2015. On the other hand, during the same time period, the Monarchs have lost 17 of 19 contests in which they've been the underdog. Predictable pigskin. Expected outcomes. According to odds analysts RJ Bell and Brad Powers of pregame.com, ODU is a 1-point favorite this Saturday against Florida International, but will be an underdog in 8 of its final 10 games. The Monarchs are expected to beat VMI, and then their trip to Rice, well, that's a pick'em. But both of those contests come in late November, so the period between now and then, it's time for the Monarchs to negate the narrative that ODU is only capable of the predictable. If the Monarchs can't change our minds, our brains will just be forced to think back to that 2016 Bahamas Bowl, a memory fading further and further away. But we know Bobby Wilder, he's an eternal optimist. He thinks that Saturday was the exception rather than the rule.
Let's hope so.
Hope he's listening.
He might be.